Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to 5 Questions With. Last week we had some amazing guests on the show, and boy, did we deep dive into their worlds. But here's the best part, we also uncovered their fun and playful sides. Our host, Scott Fullerton, has a treat for you today. You see, 5 Questions isn't just about serious stuff. We like to keep it light and quirky too. We ask questions that let our guests show their wonderfully unique and playful sides. Imagine this. What would they do if they woke up as a squirrel one day? Or what's their favorite ice cream flavor that describes their personality? It's all about bringing out their hidden quirks and having a blast along the way. We believe that even the most successful and accomplished individuals have a fun side, and we're here to celebrate that. So get ready to witness the fun and playful side of our extraordinary guests. You'll laugh, you'll smile, and you might just discover a thing or two about them that you never knew. So sit back, grab a drink, and get ready for the show.
All righty, everyone. If it's Tuesday, it's time for another 5 Questions With. Back in the hot seat today, my very good friend, Mr. Jason Caceres is back. If you missed our interview, check out the full interview down below on the link there. We talked all about his amazing actor career. He's doing so many great magazine shoots now. His modeling career is taking off like crazy. And he is in the brand new series, Boy Culture, that is available now everywhere. Jason, welcome back to the show, my friend.
Woo! Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Time. Are you ready to play a little 5 questions?
Let's do it.
All righty. Question number 1. Imagine you're hosting a drag brunch. What would your drag name and persona be, and what would you serve at the brunch?
Oh God, definitely mimosas. Definitely serve mimosas, but you mean food. Jalapeno bacon cheeseburgers. Those are my favorite.
Nice.
What would my drag name be? Oh no, I'm blanking. I want it to be something clever, but nothing is coming to mind.
What would your look be? Do you have a look you would choose?
Yeah, obviously I'd be wearing 12-inch stilettos because I mean, I'm a drag queen. You have to. And
There
I
you
think
go.
something, I think I'd be one of those like cutesy kind of queens that does like a little bit of like a Barbie kind of look, but like little ragdoll kind of thing happening, and maybe a little like a Britney Spears meets Demi Lovato came to mind kind of thing.
There you go. You could be Sugar and Spice's cousin Nutmeg or something. We could have fun with you.
Yes, Nutmeg. That's my that's my drag name.
I love it.
Nutmeg. Megan.
There you
Nutmeg.
go. There you go. All right, question number 2. You guys have, I've seen a couple scenes from the movie, showed the trailer in your interview. There's a great picture of you and Daryl back to back in costumes. If you lived in a world where everyone had to wear a costume every day, what would be your signature costume and why?
Captain Underpants.
Captain Underpants.
Captain Underpants. I'm never more comfortable than when I'm just wearing underwear.
Boxers, briefs, tidy whities. The world wants to know.
Jock straps.
Nice. I like
Captain
it.
Jockstrap. It's really hot. I grew up in Miami. You know, it's hot in California. The less clothes, the better.
You have the body that can rock it. I don't think I'd quite go there. I'm still in the boxer brief state.
No,
I'm loving it. That's all right.
listen, anybody can wear a jockstrap.
All right. Question number 3. You've been in a million magazines lately, sexy as hell, but you also are working all the time. You're being photographed all the time. You're working auditions. What would a magazine be called if you just had a day off and it featured you, and what would you be wearing?
If I had a day off, I probably am not wearing anything. Um, I'm seeing a theme here.
There we go.
And the magazine would be called Au Naturel.
I like it.
Because
Nice.
it's my day off. I'm vegetating in bed. Probably
There you
watching Big Bang Theory.
go. I love Little Big Bang Theory. Very nice. All
That
right.
would be the name of the magazine. Big
What's
Bang
that?
Theory. That would be the name of the magazine, Big Bang Theory, but in a different
Ooh,
way than how the
I
scientists would.
like it with a little sexy cover on. I can see it. I can see that happen. Very nice. All right, question number 4. Because of the writer's strike and director's strike, everything's either a repeat or reality show these days. If you had to go on a reality show, would you rather do a survival show, a foodie show, a crafty show, a dancey show, or a singy show?
Oh God, a survival show because people would not expect it. I look like I'm not like a manual labor kind of person, but I was a Boy Scout for 15 years. So I can build a fire, I can pitch a tent in more ways than one. God, Jason, did you really have to go there? All right, whatever. I can pitch a tent. I can fish. I can't hunt because I've never tried it, but I'm sure I could do it. I was number 2 in all of Florida for archery when I was a Boy Scout.
Nice.
So, surprise,
A
surprise.
little known hidden talent by Jason Caceres, archery. I like it.
I would win, and nobody would expect it because I was 12, and they're like, "Oh, he's useless."
There you go. All right, and question number 5. We talked about you being a huge family guy and what you have to keep away from them, but the holidays are coming out. So, what is your favorite food that mom will always make for you for the holidays? And what can you not stand to have during the holidays?
My favorite food is duck l'orange. So this ties in both questions. I cannot stand turkey. I hate turkey. It is very dry, and I know what people are thinking. You just haven't made it right, or because people have told me that my entire life. My turkey's juicy, and then I've tried their turkey dry. Turkey is just a dry bird. There's nothing you can do unless like you scoop like gravy all over it with every bite, which I don't want to do. So growing up, my mom had to switch from turkey to duck. So
Nice.
I had duck my entire life for Thanksgiving and Christmas growing up, while my poor mom, she had to make a whole other dish. I'm just realizing it now. While the rest of the family had ham, glazed ham, turkey, and then she would make me a duck. What a great woman. I need to call her more. Anyway, so she would make duck l'orange. However, we are Cuban, so she would make it with about 2 to 3 bottles of red wine while she like
Nice.
cooked it in the oven. So I always got a little tipsy growing up, inadvertently, off the duck.
She'd want to get that energy out, and so you'd go to sleep afterwards. I love that.
Oh,
Everyone
she
else
did it
has a
on
turkey.
purpose.
There you
You're right.
go.
She did it on purpose.
There you go. Jason Caceres, you made it through 5 questions. Call your mother. I love it. All right. Thanks, my friend. I love talking to you. Let everyone know again where they can find you on social media.
So it's just Jason, the letter S for my middle name, Caceres, on all social media platforms.
Super duper. Stay on the line for me, guys. Like I said, we had a great conversation with Jason. Be sure to check out Boy Culture if you haven't already. And you can listen to the entire interview below and all the other great projects Jason has out there in the world now and what's coming to see you. We appreciate you tuning in. And remember, if it's Tuesday, it's time for 5 questions. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.
All right.
All right, everyone. If it's Tuesday, it's time for another 5 questions with. I'm so excited to have back in studio my very special guest, Jonathan Lovitz is back here. We had a fantastic interview last week. If you missed it, be sure to check the link below. We talked all about Jonathan's amazing work in advocacy, working for our federal government. Thank you so much for that. Plus, we delved in a little bit of his entertainment background as well. Jonathan, welcome back to the Left is Straight Show. How you doing, my friend?
Oh, it's great to be back with you. Hope everyone is doing well out there.
You ready to do a little 5 questions?
I'm nervous, but let's go. I'm ready.
You can handle it. I think you can do this. All right, I can't speak. Question number 1. We talked about your handsome husband, Steve, and he's a meteorologist out there with you. If you two had to switch jobs, would you like to do the news, the weather, or the sports, or maybe special assignment? And what is Steve passionate about that he would advocate for?
Oh my gosh. Well, last things first, Steve is one of the most, I'm a little biased and think he's the most incredible man in the world, but he is actually one of the most incredible advocates for climate change and STEM education for kids. He spends as much time and energy as possible working with students with these special education days they do for kids all over the region. And he does, Zoom and Teams workshops with schools all over the country. He's incredible and just such a great champion for getting young people to care about their environment and firing up communities to care about climate change and protecting the planet around us. One of my favorite photos of us of all time is me pretending to be him at a weatherboard and him absolutely shaming me. So I know I have no future in that, but I would love to get back behind the news desk. Logo TV's Gay News with CBS on Sundays was one of my first times doing the news. And then I worked as a red carpet interviewer and news interviewer for a long time. So I love that part, but I could never hold a candle next to a real journalist like him.
Nice. Well done and well bragged upon. Good job for hubby. I like that. All right. Question number 2. We talk a little bit about it. You are a musical fan like I am. If you could time travel back to opening night of any original cast musical, what would you like to go see and who would you like to go see backstage?
Oh, this list is so long, and this is my fantasy football league, is like what shows I'd go back and see and who I wish I could be in them with. Um, I can't, the going back to see the original Evita with Patti LuPone and Mandy Patinkin, I don't know that I'd ever recover. Early Phantom of the Opera, which is the show that I first saw as a kid. It got me very, was why I did what I did for so long. The idea of seeing, Michael Crawford and Sarah Brightman and all of them live the first time around would have been unbelievable. Oh gosh. And then to go backstage, I am so lucky that in my career, I've gotten to spend time privately talking with Cheetah and Patty and Donna McKechnie and these incredible women that I've always wanted to have a minute alone with. The one I never got to, and it breaks my heart, is getting to have spent time really talking, I think with Jonathan Larson, and just what it meant to write something so innovative and change, and just at the forefront of change. I've been close friends over the years with so many folks that were in Ren, Anthony Rapp and Wilson Cruz and others are very close friends. And we've talked so much about that experience, but just to have heard it from him, it is amazing about technology making it easier than ever to follow up on these things. I remember when I was a musical theater student, the amount of nights I'd be kicked out of the music library at school for being there too late, listening to every recording that they had and following along with the printed scores. Now all of that's online, and kids now can watch great performances from 60 years ago up until the thing that was on Broadway last night and everything in between. So I just think it's amazing that so many people can relive these amazing experiences. And I also have to plug one of my favorite accounts online is the Notes from Steve Sondheim Instagram account, where people post all the incredible typewritten letters he sends to people over the years, and the amount of colleagues and friends of mine who have worked with and gotten to know Steve before he passed. Those stories alone could fill years of podcasts, and I hope people tell them.
Oh, I bet. That's amazing. I love that. I'm such a Broadway fan. I just had someone on the other day and we talked about it. Rent and Chorus Line. I will go see any
Sure.
high school production, regional production, anything. They're just so timeless and bring back so many great memories. So yeah, I agree 100%. All right, question number 3. We touched on this for a half a second in your interview. Your Instagram profile says you're a Star Trek fan. If you could bring the actor out to play again in you, which Star Trek series would you like to co-star in, and what would your race be?
Oh my God, all of them. So I can't get enough. And now, again, we talked in our other interview about how all this work in advocacy has brought me in touch with these so many of the actors and directors and stuff and advocates that I've always wanted to meet and work with now as colleagues and friends. I have been getting to know a lot of the folks that were involved in Picard and in Strange New Worlds, just because we connected through various advocacy things, and now as still a SAG member and helping talk to people about the actor strike that's still going on, and how everything went, lessons learned from the WGA strike. And so I have absolutely unabashedly pitched myself as ready and available to be background guy number 7 anytime they need me on any future Star Trek series. But I grew up wanting to be a cross section of Dr. Bashir on Deep Space Nine and Wesley Crusher. And so any chance to be out there adventuring would be fine by me. But I absolutely love what they're doing with Strange New Worlds. And for any Star Trek fan out there, I mean, it really just feels like such a love letter to everything we care about in Star Trek in such a just passionate and fun way. Yeah. So maybe as that continues to roll along.
Anson Mount is just like the most amazing advocate for just about anything progressive that I love.
Everyone in that
He's amazing.
Is a great advocate for what they care about, and how amazing we finally got a Star Trek musical episode after all these years. That scratched a lot of itches for me.
Very true. All right, this next one we got to put our thinking cap on. It's kind of a 6-parter.
Oh, man.
You and Steve are throwing a dinner party. You can't have pizza. I know it's your favorite. What's on the menu? And if you can invite one Politico and one LGBTQ advocate from one that's passed away, one that's current, and a future star you're seeing, who would they be? Okay. So you're throwing a dinner party. First, what are you and Steve serving?
Oh my gosh. I mean, if it can't be pizza, I am I am a big meat eater. So maybe an amazing beef Wellington for everyone, just because it's such a fun thing to bring out. Let's see. All right. So
we need a Politico and an LGBT advocate from the past who's passed away. Who do we want to bring back?
Oscar Wilde.
Nice.
The dinner conversation would be great. All right. Who else are we inviting?
And I need a Politico or LGBT advocate from the present, current, that you would like to be a great conversationalist.
Oh, that's such a good one. I would love to have Richie Torres, congressman from New York. He's both a dear friend and also, I think, very much the future of, pragmatic, progressive, intersectional Democrats in America, and just such a great leader.
Good choice. And we also need a future one. So besides Richie, give me a future Politico LGBT advocate that you'd like to invite.
I mean, we're watching the rise of Sarah McBride, hopefully become the first trans woman in Congress, which would be incredible. Everyone needs to be keeping their eyes on the state houses, which are full of young, bright, diverse talent. My dear friend Brandon Wolf, who is a Pulse survivor in Orlando and a huge advocate for gun safety for LGBTQ people, just became the Human Rights Campaign's national spokesperson, and I would put some money on it will one day be in an elected office.
I agree with that 100%. I've been watching Brandon for quite a while.
Yeah.
And you've rubbed some your shoulders here. I would love to speak to Kamala Harris's husband. He seems like an amazing person.
The second gentleman is an amazing man. We really got to have a nice conversation at the vice president's pride reception at their house. And he's as wonderful a husband and champion for her as he is for all of us. And particularly to have such a prominent Jewish leader in America right now is really special. and couldn't be more needed.
I love that. He has such a story to tell, I think, and just in so many aspects of everything. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
All right, question number 5. I had to look down here for.
All right.
All right, with your role in the Biden administration, who would you say, someone that we would know, is probably the funniest outside of work? And what is one interesting fun fact that you've learned that you may not have expected to find about something or someone at the White House?
I finally got to go bowling in the White House bowling alley. And so that is, I think, my favorite cool thing, in the administration, because it's not only just so storied and has such an amazing history, but you think about all the people who have come through there, and now how many members of the administration get to use it to say thank you to their teams and their colleagues, and have events down there to unwind and loosen their ties a little bit and just be in camaraderie with their fellow public servants in such a cool and historic place. I think people would be floored to learn that, Secretary Gina Raimondo, the Commerce Secretary who I work for, is one of the funniest, most passionate, most wonderful people, and she can break you with a good joke so quickly, and I just absolutely love working for her. But don't sell out the big guy. President Biden is a great storyteller. There's a reason he is America's dad, because he is so warm with his embrace, and tells a darn good story. And I being married to America's greatest Philly girl definitely makes him better for it, because I know Dr. Biden also tells a great story, and that's why she's a great public educator.
That is amazing. Jonathan Lovitz, you made it through 5 questions with some amazing answers there. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate everything you do. Please keep up all of the hard work, and let my listeners know again where they can follow you on social media and kind of reach out, because get some great advocacy tips, and just maybe even vent if they need to a bit.
Oh, vent away. Be in touch anytime. My social media is all at JD Lovitz, Lovitz. Google me, find me, reach out anytime. Let's do, as I've said in my campaign, and now the motto that carries me through everything in life is, let's make a difference. So reach out, my friends. Take care of each other. Be well, be safe, and let's find ways to make a little bit of difference together.
Jonathan Lovitz, we're not going to wait forever to have you on next time. Thanks so much for all your words of wisdom, for your advice. Guys, we had a fantastic interview. Be sure to check the link below. If it's Tuesday, it's always another great fun time here on 5 Questions with. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening to The Left of Straight Show. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast distributor, and please give us a 5-star rating so more listeners can find us. You can follow us on social media, and be sure to check out our website, www.leftofstraightradio.com, for contests and other news and information. See you next week.